Let's go. Yeah.
For this play, this is where we wanted it.
Back, looks, throws, ends up. Yes! Caught! Touchdown, Detroit Lions! They did it! Let's go! Oh, my goodness!
This is Inside the Pride, presented by Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort and airing across the Lions TV network. I'm Dannie Rogers, and I'll be your host for the next 30 minutes during this bye-week edition. The first 5 weeks of the season are a wrap. Throughout that span, the Lions secured the #1 scoring offense in the league. However, they struggled on the road against New England in Week 5, bumping them down 1 spot to #2. With this week off and the Dallas Cowboys up next, Detroit will get much-needed time to reset before they start the second half of their season. Let's go back to Foxborough one last time to check out the sights and sounds from Sunday's game.
Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts, week number 5. The season for the Lions has gotten off to a rocky start at 1-3.
Hey, happy you're back, bro. Hey, let's go, big dog. Get it, baby. Let's go. Let's go, big dog.
Job 1, find some way to make the plays that will be the difference between these two teams.
It'll be interesting to see the lineup today because Coach mentioned we're going to see some different personnel out there. We're going to give some different guys different opportunities to make plays and show us what they've got.
Hey, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
They gonna challenge your ass. Every play they gonna challenge you. So who gonna be the man, bro?
Hey, Coach said it, bro. Let's get this started. Let's get this started today. Get today, beat. Get man out there. All right, let's go. Dominate on 3. 1, 2, 3, dominate.
I don't think it's overstating it to say that this is a big game for Dan Campbell and this Detroit Lion football team. Let's see what happens.
Love you, big dog. Dominate, dominate. Love you, bro. Dominate.
We are underway in Foxborough. Jared Goff and the Lions will start from their 25-yard line. Stevenson in now, 3rd down and 8. As Zappi throws, and it's Anzalone defending.
Goff takes the snap, turns, fakes the give, wants to throw, looks, now he throws, it is caught. That is Reynolds with it. Josh Reynolds across the 45 and out to the 47-yard line.
2nd down and 8 from the 49-yard line. This is Craig Reynolds, 1st down and more.
Well, that was a great individual play by Lee McNeil.
Lions defense just trying to force a punt. Stevenson the back to the right of Zappi, who's going to work out of the gun on 2nd and 14. Zappi back, looks, throws. It is caught. No, up in the air and intercepted. Nelson Aguilar was the intended receiver. It popped out of his hands up in the air, and Deshaun Elliott was right there to come up with a pickoff. That's a big play for that Lions defense. It's the Lions looking now at a 3rd and 13. Goff back. Goff looks. Goff takes a couple steps to his right and throws. Got it. 1st down. That is Khalif Raymond. Zappi takes the snap, takes a knee. Clock will run out. Two teams will meet out in the middle of the field to say job well done, job better done on this day by the New England Patriots with the bye week coming up.
Safety Deshaun Elliott had a career day. 12 total tackles, 3 TFLs, a pass defended, and his first interception as a Lion, the 2nd in his career. With the offense battling the injury bug, wide receiver Josh Reynolds continues to be a steady presence with his 3rd straight week of 80 or more receiving yards. We're taking a break here on Inside the Pride. Coming up next, we throw it back to the Lions' crucial catch game that included a very special visitor. Inside the Pride is presented by Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort and sponsored by Priority Health, Kroger, and by Henry Ford Health. The Detroit Lions, Henry Ford Health, and Game On Cancer teamed up once again to bring awareness and hope for those coping with cancer.
What's up, guys?
Detroit Lions players, legends, and staff created a memorable experience for kids who are undergoing cancer treatment by welcoming Hero Circle to the practice facility.
What's your purpose?
To teach the world.
To teach the world. That's his part of teaching the world.
Hero Circle's mission is to teach kids how to take control of their emotions associated with their diagnosis through martial arts and meditation.
Bend both knees and back. Ready and punch. Punch.
Hero Circle led players, legends, and guests from the Game On Cancer Kids Club in the exercises they've learned. In turn, the players and legends shared their expertise with the kids on how to become football players. As part of the annual Crucial Catch Cancer Awareness Program, the Detroit Lions are proud to shed light on Detroit-based organizations who provide resources for those impacted by cancer. If you were able to make the Lions' Week 4 matchup inside Ford Field, you witnessed an incredible celebration honoring Crucial Catch and those who have been impacted by cancer. This little guy named Hudson Ghazi may look familiar. We featured him before on the show, a native of defensive end Aiden Hutchinson's hometown who was recently diagnosed with leukemia, had a day to remember. He was the honorary captain helping out with the coin toss. The Lions won that coin toss, by the way. Hudson, accompanied by his mom and decked out in a number 97 jersey, got to meet Hutchinson as well.
I love your jersey. Your jersey looks awesome. Was it fun out there? Are you excited?
Yeah.
Let's go, buddy. I love it. Have a good time, all right?
All right. Thank you, Aiden.
Alex, we've heard defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn and head coach Dan Campbell talk so much about how individual players lead on this team. How does Alex Anzalone lead?
For me, I feel like the biggest and honestly the best way I lead is by example. I feel like just being consistent, reliable, doing the right things at the right time, especially in crucial moments, is really the best way, in my opinion, that you can lead, especially in the NFL.
We make plays as linebackers today. That's what we do. LB's on 3, 1, 2, 3. LB!
You are one of the biggest communicators on the defensive end. So any vocal leadership that comes into play too?
Yeah. I feel like I'm not the biggest rah-rah guy of pregame speeches, but yeah, as far as communication and stuff like that, I feel like I take pride in that too. 12 games to go after the bye week is said and done. It's still a long season. You're a 6-year vet. What is your message to especially the younger guys on this roster to keep the positivity up? As a defense, there are a lot of things to work on. We had some young guys step up in the early weeks, which is encouraging. I've been part of seasons where you start, 1-2, 1-3, and then next thing you know, string eight wins along, and that's when you really start get going. In that linebacker room is the rookie, Malcolm Rodriguez. Everyone knows him as Rodrigo. How have you helped mentor him in this rookie season where he is being able to impact the game right away? Help him get lined up and communicating pre-snap and all those different things that really help. I know when I was a younger linebacker, that's really what helped me, grow into my role. And, allows you to play fast. And when you're on the same page and you're playing off each other, that's really when you make plays. I know you are playing faster now here in year 6, but head coach Dan Campbell says so much growth happens from year 1 to year 2. So what growth did you see from year 5 to 6, especially coming off a career high in tackles? Yeah, I feel like there's definitely some growth. Obviously, being in a new place last year, that I had some, that was a process of getting, comfortable here in Detroit. So you're going into year 2, being here is definitely a lot more comfortable. I know where to go. I know who's who as far as the facility goes. But yeah, there is growth in every year that you play. You just get more familiar with the game. The more knowledge you have, the faster you can play. And as you get older, that's really what keeps you around. So I think those are a few things that I've really developed into. You get a chance to reset. You get to hang out with the family, wife Lindsay, baby boy Coop. Coop, who is now almost 2 years, he's going to games. I see him with his head muffs on, so the loudness of the game doesn't spook him a little bit. Can you tell that he is just being able to realize that his surroundings a little bit more at Ford Field during the game? Oh yeah. He, I think he's starting to recognize me a little bit more on TV, or if I'm on, my wife's shirt or his shirt. We have the customizable shirts. He'll point out and say "Dad," and so it's kind of cool, that development. See him start to recognize and actually be aware of what's going on. I know you guys have hit up the pumpkin patches.
Floridians, but you are really coming accustomed to the Michigan weather and everything that comes with it. What are the bye week plans, though?
Yeah, we're going to be here till Thursday, and then we're going to, like you said, click the reset button, head down to Florida for a few days, and get back here Sunday, get ready to work on Monday. Florida, sunshine, palm trees. What are you going to do to reset in those moments? Both Lindsay and I are homebodies, so we'll probably just kind of chill at home, enjoy the house, maybe go to the beach, go walk on the beach, or do something like that, we kind of just relax and maybe do something fun, go out on a date night, have the grandparents watch Coop. So yeah, we'll probably just hang out. How quickly will the Dallas Cowboys Week 7 come across your mind, though? I feel like it's always in the back of my mind. I'll probably be itching to watch some film, and I'll definitely be cued into what they're doing on Sunday. Welcome back to Inside the Pride. I have some very special guests here to help me break down the first 5 weeks of the season. DetroitLions.com writers Tim Twentyman, Michael O'Hara. We heard last week head coach Dan Campbell say the bye week here in Week 6 could not have come at a better time. From both of your point of views, how good of timing is this bye week this season?
Probably a great time to get out of town, I guess, just what happened last week. But I know what he means in terms of injuries and getting guys back. I think it's a good time for him.
Well, and it allows you to have a deep dive, right?
Sure.
I mean, you can take a look at the entire operation that's led to 1 and 4. Practice, do we need more or less of it? Pads, more pads, some scheme changes. And then Mike mentioned the injuries. I think that's huge. Getting a guy like DeAndre Swift back, he's expected to be back. DJ Chark, too. So, I think it's perfect timing. You kind of take a step back, clear your head, and now you got to get ready for a 12-game stretch.
Let's do a deep dive into the defense first. We'll get that over with. I know defense has had some woes. What have you guys seen from this defense that you would like to see changed come Week 7?
The old days of the Chicago Bears of 1985 winning the Super Bowl with a team that gave up only 185 yards or something those are gone. And I think the more turnovers you get, the more you harass the quarterback, the better chance you have to win because you get extra possessions and all that, and they haven't gotten many of those.
The harassing the quarterback one's big for me because it's a passing league, right? It's an offensive league. Well, how do you counter that? I think you speed up the quarterback. You put him in long down and distance situations. And you talk about sacks, and that's obviously the number that everyone looks at, right? But you can also pressure, right? Hurries, knockdowns. All those things affect a quarterback, and just across the board, there's not enough of that through the first 5 games. I think something Aaron Glenn, Dan Campbell, this defense has to figure out. They've got to be able to affect the quarterback.
At the very least, chase him out of the pocket and make them alter. You get the platforms they call it, all that, make them change.
On the flip side, you have an offense who leads the NFL in 20-plus yard receptions and also in touchdowns. They're tied with 18 with the Buffalo Bills. The offense has been explosive, but it got shut down Week 5 at New England. What do you think contributed to those woes on offense there?
Well, Bill Belichick, I think, plays a big factor in that, too. That's a pretty good defensive mind over there in New England. He's done that for a lot of years. He's done it in the Super Bowl, obviously. So I think that's part of it. But I think if you take the totality of the 5 games, it's been really strong. Jared's played pretty well. They've got some weapons. They've been able to run the football, all the things that Dan Campbell and Ben Johnson wanted to do. So, you can look at that game in New England and say, there's a little bit concerning. But I think if you take the totality of it, it's been pretty good to start. And hopefully that continues the next 12 games.
Yeah, Tim, and I agree with you, too. I wouldn't abandon ship on the offense right now. No. It's carried the team. Everything good that's happened to this team and it's happened through the offense, including, they've given the people at Ford Field entertainment value. Mm-hmm. And you leave that building after a game and go, that was fun. Yeah. I didn't win, but that was fun.
I asked you guys for your top performers on offense and defense. Tim, let's hear from you first. Top performer on offense.
To me, it's been Penei Sewell. There's a lot of names there. Swift, obviously, Goff, has played well. But to me, Penei Sewell's just been a rock. I mean, you look at his 5 games, he's allowed a half sack, and he's allowed 2 quarterback hits. He's Pro Football Focus's top-ranked right tackle. He's been great in the run game. I think he's kind of solidified that offensive front. He's been really, really good. And, boy, he's going to be an anchor on the right side there for about 10 years.
We hope. Pro Bowler, year 2. Defensive-wise, Mike, who is leading by example out there for you?
You have to ask.
I do.
Malcolm Rodriguez.
Yes.
I just think he's exceeded anything they could have possibly thought to get from a 6th-round draft pick. Now, I know, he got a lot of attention coming in, just a good kid from Oklahoma State. But I think he's at the very least done what they thought he could do. Mm-hmm. I think he's exceeded it.
All right, bye week is here. Lions will not return to play until Week 7 on the road at the Dallas Cowboys. You want to say something already, Mike? Tell us. Just tell us.
No, that's okay. I mean, what a team to come back against, though, because the Cowboys.
A few teams. You got Miami and Green Bay, too.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, look, the way it is, if you want to do something, you got to go out and win games. Play the schedule in front of you. Do the best you can.
So special thanks to Tim and Mike for joining me here on Inside the Pride. Coming up next, we check out the top 5 plays from weeks 1 through 5 here in the season.
Goff throws, it is complete to Swift, falls down, gets back up and runs inside the 10. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? To the house! Touchdown, Detroit Lions! Takes the snap, gives, there's the running play, straight up the gut, that's Jamal Williams. There he goes, right sideline, 30, 20, foot race, 10, 5, end zone, touchdown, Detroit Lions! Jamal Williams to the house, 51 yards. Goff throws over the middle, caught Hawkinson, 20-yard line, shakes man at the 25, gets to the 30, still going at the 35, to the 40, midfield. There goes T.J. Hawkinson, 30, 20, cuts back 10, Hawk taken down at the 5. Zone to throw, Wentz hit from behind, ball's loose, out of the back of the end zone. That is a safety. Charles Harris got him. Goff throws deep right side, it is up for grabs, and it is caught. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Oh, baby, DJ Chark, welcome to Detroit.
It's a choice every day to fight. Fight fear, fight doubt, fight temptation. Man, it's a choice every day. But even then, as long as the sum of all those battles, man, is I was a good man and I fought as hard as I could. To me, I think that's the essence of being a man.
The style that I practice is Wing Chun. Yeah, no, it's definitely taking plant in my life.
There it is.
Wait up, Derek!
Every day, right after school, little brother, if you ain't outside the door when I get done with you, gonna get left because I'm on my way there.
Derek! Derek! Wait up, man!
Little brothers.
I ran downstairs in the facility and just kind of sat there and started bawling my eyes out for a while.
That was like my first thing I really loved. I wanted to be a professional baseball player more than anything else.
I'm so thankful that you chose me. I love you forever, forevermore. Will you marry me?
Oh my God.
Coach went to his dad and said, man, this boy is amazing.
All right, now for the first pitch. Let's hear it for Jack Fox, everybody.
A lifetime opportunity, baby. Bangkok. Only a select few people been up here.
I am so excited to see this season of Under the Helmet. Next week, we'll feature wide receiver and punt returner Khalif Raymond's story. Raymond actually proposed to his girlfriend in Oregon while he was there training in the offseason, and we were there to capture the special moment unfolding. You do not want to miss it. We're taking a break on Inside the Pride, presented by Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Up next, it's Rogers Retweets. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Inside the Pride. Before we wrap up today's show, I've got to get to Rogers Retweets, where I pull my favorite social media posts from around the league and the Lions fan community. First up, Megan Stefanski, I'm shouting you out for making the trip out to New England. There were a bunch of Lions fans who showed up for this one. Megan, shout out to you. Go follower fans. Back at home, more Lions fans were holding down the fort at Ford Field. Shout out to our guy, James Honeycutt, always coming in with a clutch social media post. Lions loyal members were able to have a watch party of Week 5 matchup between the Detroit Lions and the New England Patriots. Only one scheduled for the season, so if you missed out, we're sorry. Keep an eye out for one potentially next season. And last but not least, shout out to the Odom family. This is the sweetest picture ever. You've got your fall leaves in there. Baby girl has got her pom-poms. They're holding down the fort. all the way from Marquette, Michigan. If you want to be featured on the show, make sure you use that hashtag and you mention me. I'll be sure to find your social media post. That wraps up this edition of Inside the Pride as well. Thanks so much for tuning in. Lions fans, enjoy your bye week full of pumpkin patches and apple orchards. I'm Dannie Rogers. We'll see you next week.